Hey guys! As you can tell from the title of this video, exciting things are happening. Sorry, I just walked half a mile. I needed to prop myself up. Anyway, so I posted on Facebook yesterday about this whole diabetic alert dog thing that I have been trying to do for 2 years, but 2.5 years actually, but I don't have 20 grand to drop on a dog. And I found a trainer in Clearwater that's willing to help me train a shelter dog. Potentially, she's starting to flake out on me, but there's other trainers in Florida that could help me. And yeah, so and also home training the dog as well, because there's classes you can take for that. So um, we have found a viable option for me to finally get a service dog. And what a diabetic alert dog does is basically alerts to low blood sugar, which you might think, well, so does a Dexcom, which is true. But alert dogs can actually alert up to 20 minutes before Dexcom does, which is actually very helpful for me because my blood sugar drops like a rock. And sometimes my Dexcom will be reading like 120 and my sugar will be like 65, and then Dexcom catches up after I've already like gone super low. So that would be like a really beneficial thing for me. Also, these dogs have public access, obviously, because they're service animals. So give me more independence when I'm out, like at a store or whatever, that I'm not constantly just having to like, because it's really hard to like pull out a meter when you're walking through a store. And so like I basically rely on Dexcom, and it just gives me more peace of mind. So I may potentially have to find a different trainer if this person keeps, like, she said $1 amount and then she keeps raising it, but I'm sure I can find another one. But beyond that, we just walked to the office of our apartment, filled out the paperwork there, sent the paperwork over to my doctor so my doctor can send the paperwork back. That's kind of the process I'm in right now. Once we get to that point where they have everything sent and signed, then we will be going to the shelter. And our apartment complex has like a 50-pound weight limit, but for service animals it does not apply, just like the pet limit doesn't apply, because we're at the pet limit, but it's not a pet. So going to the shelter and really taking our time finding a dog that is obviously dog and cat friendly, not people aggressive, and is just intelligent. So my mind automatically thinks of like a standard poodle or a lab or something along those lines, because those are typically like the animals that do service work. And then once we get the dog, I'm not going to jump into training the thing right away. I'm going to let it settle in. But after that, after like a week of settling in, and we'll work on basic commands: heel, stay, that kind of stuff, depending on how much the dog knows at that point. Then we will be going to a trainer, whether it be this lady that I've been talking to or a different trainer in our area. I haven't decided that yet, but really it's in her court. And they'll show me what to do, and then from then on, I will be doing the training. And if for some reason they don't want to work with me, there's also online courses I can take, so I can do those, pay for those, take the online courses, and do the training. There's options. So even if this trainer doesn't work with me, I can go do those online courses. So it's a pretty easy training process, as far as like, because I was talking to her yesterday. Basically, when my blood sugar goes low, this is kind of disgusting, I will have to like put a gauze in my mouth and soak it up with saliva and then freeze it, and then we use that to teach the dog to learn the scent. Excuse me. And yeah, so I'm just really happy, honestly. Like, I've been trying this for 2.5 years, and it's like, I don't think it's sunk in yet that it's gonna happen. It's not gonna be an overnight process. I mean, even once we get the dog, probably within a couple of weeks, depending on how long this paperwork process takes. The dog has to settle in, and then training. So I'd say probably my estimate is probably by Christmas or January I'd have a fully trained diabetic alert dog. But for one, I love dog training. So like, I had Panda, and I trained him completely myself, and he was a pretty good citizen. He didn't like other dogs, but besides that, he was a pretty good citizen. And so that'll just be a fun process for me. And I think it's like coming at a good time too, because I lost Panda 4 years ago. He was my heart dog, and I'm ready to start this new journey with a new dog. And I don't think it's sunk in yet. I'm not sure it'll sink in until I actually have the dog by my side, sniffing my low blood sugar and learning to alert. Like, just crazy. And now under Florida, like statute, like it'll be listed as a service dog in training because it's not a like fully service dog yet. But under Florida law, service dogs in training still have public access rights. They still have housing rights. So basically, it has the same rights as a service dog, but it's listed as a service dog in training. So like when it wears a vest, it'll be service dog in training until it's fully like learn to alert for low blood sugars. But I'll have to do some searching around if this trainer doesn't work out, find another trainer and all that. But that's just I'm just very happy. It hasn't sunk in yet, and I don't think it will for a while. But I am getting a diabetic alert dog.